Welcome to this short tutorial about the account reconciliation register in standard accounts. This register will be used for bank reconciliations, which means checking bank statements against the bank account transactions recorded in standard accounts. This video explains how to reconcile an account and how to compare it to a bank statement. If account reconciliation is enabled, make sure you are in the General Ledger module, select the Registers icon in the Navigation Center, and select Account Reconciliation from the list. In the window that is now displayed, first enter the period for the account reconciliation. Specify a period when all the transactions that you will reconcile were created. You can choose a period using Pay Special, Command and Enter to open the list of reporting periods, or you can enter a different period manually by entering the start of the period, then a colon, and then the end of the period. Confirm the balance date in the balance date field, and then, in the account field, enter the account number representing the bank account that you will reconcile. If you are subscribing to the Objects function, you will be able to specify an object as well. Now, let's select the Unreconciled checkbox, and all the unreconciled transactions for the specified period will be listed in the matrix below. The Transaction column will show you the transaction numbers of the unreconciled transactions. And in the Trans Date column, you can see the dates when each transaction was created. In the next column, you can see the transaction descriptions, then the total values of each transaction. The last column is where you will mark each transaction as reconciled. The figure in the Confirmed Reconciled Balance field shows the balance previously reconciled and should be equal to the opening balance on the bank statement. Let's compare the list of transactions with the bank statement. When a transaction is correctly shown on the statement, use Command and Enter to enter an R to the Rec field in the matrix, or simply type the letter R. The transaction value will be added to the currently reconciled total and the new reconciled balance figure, which represents the closing balance for the account. If a transaction appears in the bank statement but not in the list, you should add it to the transactions register. Examples of this would be standing order or debit orders or bank charges. You can enter the transaction by selecting Create GL Transaction from the Operations menu and creating the General Ledger transaction as normal. Once you have saved and closed the transaction window, you will need to select Refresh from the Operations menu to have the newly created General Ledger transaction added to the list of unreconciled transactions. Once you have checked all the transactions against the bank statement and have marked them all with an R, the closing balance on the bank statement should be the same as the figure in the new reconciled balance field. Save the transactions which are now reconciled by opening the Operations menu and choosing Confirm Reconciliation. Beware that closing the account reconciliation window without selecting Confirm Reconciliation will lose all changes made. I hope you enjoyed the short tutorial. If you have any more questions about this or any other functionality in standard accounts, please watch our other tutorials, read the FAQs, or visit the forum on our website at www.standard-accounts.com.